Okay, so now I got everything off the front of this thing. So I'm kind of doing a little degreasing. I kind of did this area already. And I'm using this simple green stuff. Kind of just spraying it on and brush it around a little bit. Let it sit on there. Get everything nice and cleaned up. Wipe it off with a paper towel. Clean it up good. There's not a whole lot of rust on this chassis, so I won't have to use a whole lot of navel jelly, but I might have to use a little bit. Which is this stuff right here. This works great to get rid of this stuff here, and there's a little rust here. But I just want to get most of the grease and crap off here first. There was a lot of gunk right here underneath the tuning capacitor. And I got this off. This came off of here. And this was full of old dried up grease and stuff, so I cleaned that off. Cleaned in here. Gotta clean this up a little bit better though. See, I wish I had an ultrasonic cleaner, but I don't have one of those, so I gotta use good old-fashioned elbow grease. Here's the front piece right here. I gotta clean this up. This is all dirty. And I did wash the tuning capacitor, so this is all nice and shiny now. So that's ready to go back on there anytime. And that's about it for now. I'll come back on video later when I got more done on this. Okay, well, while I was taking some of these top caps off here, this one accidentally broke off here. So what I did was, well, it came loose, so what I did was actually broke off. So what I did was I desoldered it, so you can see the hole there. I'm just going to stick it back on here and resolder it, and first I'm going to glue it. I'm going to use some of this Loctite all-purpose GO2 stuff. This is new, it just came out, I guess. And it says it's temperature resistant and dries crystal clear, so that'll be good to put on this. So, by the way, I've also been cleaning this up. So we're going to stick this back on here. And you can see a little bit of that wire right there. If the camera would focus. You see that wire poking up right there. So we're going to solder that first. Or no, we're going to glue it first and then we're going to solder it. So let's get that done. And there we go. Just like brand new. Okay, well, we're back here working on this RCA 87K2. Still debating. I got this all cleaned up, but I'm still debating whether I want to paint the chassis or not. Thinking I probably will go ahead and do that, just because it'll look really nice. But that's not what I'm going to worry about right now. What I'm doing here is, this is the socket for the tuning eye. Well, as you can see, the wires are all frayed really bad right there. And they're even, there's a break here. And there's another break up in here, you can't really see. So I'm going to have to do something about that. So I'm going to try and, this is really difficult to take this metal part off. I'm just going to try and gently pry at it. It's starting to come a little bit here, but I'm just going to keep working at it a little bit, see if I can get it loose. And then I'm just going to go one wire at a time, run it, untwist it through here, and just replace it one at a time. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, I got this out, and looks like there's like a resistor or something in there. But anyway, I got it out, and then I realized I'm almost out of cloth covered wire, and this is solid anyway, and I don't want to use that because, this is going to be moving around, so it's better to use a stranded wire. And I really don't want to use plastic wire above the chassis just because it won't look authentic. So I'm going to have to put in an order for more cloth covered wire. So I'm going to have to put that project on hold for now. But at least we know what we're in for on that. Well, I decided to use some maple jelly on the chassis, and look at how nice that cleaned up. Look at the difference between that and that. That's pretty good. I might not end up painting the chassis after all. That might be good enough. What the heck? Somebody just beeped their horn going by. Probably a friend of mine. Anyway, yep. So I'm just going to keep going on that, and well, we'll come back when I get some more done on this. Okay, we're back here working on this RCA 87K2, and trying to fix the switch here, because if you remember, the little contact thing came loose. Well, as you can see, these things are all held in by these little staple type things here. They're like clipped under these little brass things here. Well, I managed to get the one out that one was hooked to. As you can see, it's like broken on one side. See, one side is longer than the other, so it came off that one side. So I was trying to figure out what I could use, and I got an idea. I got one of these packaging staples. I actually found this. I was looking all over the place. I knew I had boxes somewhere, and the bottom of this box here happened to have those staples. So I took one out of there, and I'm going to try to make a new one of these. See if I can make it work. It looks like it's slightly thicker, but if I can get it to fit through this slot there, it might work. So we'll try and see how that works. Alright, well, the smoke is clearing, and it looks like we have success. I managed to get it in there and bent down, and then I kind of soldered it in place. There's still a little bit of it sticking up there, but I don't want to bend that and risk breaking that wafer thing, because it almost started to crack a little bit. So that's going to stay just like it is. It's really solid too. And it seems to be working just fine. So I think that'll stay in there just fine. Looks almost factory, except for the part sticking up. And I've also been polishing this up a lot, getting ready to paint the chassis too. Look how nice these came out. That's just from polishing, because I ended up using some of this Clip-Tone metal, liquid metal polish, ultra fine grade. This stuff you gotta look it up on the internet to see if you got a dealer near you, because you can't really get it in just about any store. I got this at a car show, in the Syracuse Nationals car show, and yeah, as you can see, it really shines stuff up. I mean, you can see a reflection in that now. That looks really nice. I even tried it on the top of the transformer, and it even shined up paint a little bit. And of course I tried it on the chassis a little bit, and it really shined this up nice, but then I just scuffed it up again because I'm going to paint it anyway, so I want the paint to adhere to the metal. So we're going to start taping everything off, and I think I'll wrap this video up now, because I've been filming this over the course of a few days. You know, the first parts are like a couple weeks ago, and then the later parts are well, today obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting this ready to paint, and we'll kind of go from there. So until next time.